Yo, what is up, Detroit? We are back. So we're hopping in here to the 2023-2024 offseason, and we are going to go ahead and jump right into this re-sign phase. I don't think we have anything left to do before that, so let's go ahead and get there. Let's see. Expiring contracts. We have an AHL assistant coach and AHL goalie coach. We can go ahead and just re-sign them. Same with scouts, so we can go ahead and extend them after we look at our player contracts. So let's jump in here. Now, what are we looking at here? So Krejci, I think, because top 6, he might even drop to top 9. I don't think that's someone we can sign back. So let's go ahead and just release that contract. Same with Martinez. If he drops to top 6, I mean, we don't really have space for that, so we're going to go ahead and release that contract. Same with Eric Johnson. They were all rentals to see if we could make it. We didn't end up making it. Let's see what else we got here, though. So we're talking Kerfoot. He doesn't want an extension. He probably only wants a one-way. Nope, we can move on from him. Let's see. Savan. Vladislav Savan. Yeah, he's a left wing with great... yeah, that looks like a penalty killer right there. A nice two-way forward penalty killer. Let's go ahead and sign Savan. We're going to sign him. He's going to play AHL time, so I'm cool with that. Osterley, we're going to go ahead and move on from Jordan Osterley. Nylander, he's okay with a two-way, so we're going to go ahead and grab him for the AHL. Mulligan, probably the same thing. Let's see if we can get him on a two-way at 9.5. If not, then we're going to move on from Dennis Mulligan. And then let's see here. Zarnik, yep, we can go ahead and grab him for the AHL. Fix Wolanski, sure, we can grab you for the AHL. Hiroshi, same thing. You're good for down there. See here, yep, Johansson, we definitely want to grab you back up for AHL. Top 6 low, Abrazazi, we can go ahead and grab you for AHL. Let's see, let's just go to all expiring here. All right, so... what are we looking at here? Let's see, just forwards. All right, so we're gonna have to go to main roster. And let's take a peek at what we're looking at for forwards in the NHL. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10, so signing 2 isn't too bad. So I'm not too worried about that. Signing probably 3, maybe 4. I mean, Soderblom can be our depth player for back there. So I'm okay with that. So signing 2, and then we have Soderblom for depth. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yep, we can go ahead and get Andresen back. Fisker Molgard, top 6 medium. Let's go ahead and grab him up. He can play in AHL time this year. And then Kilpin, we can go ahead and grab. Everybody else, unless they have good potential, is someone we're going to move on from. Top 9 at 67, 19 years old, we're not going to worry about that. Top 9, we're not going to worry about that. The bottom 6s, we're going to let them drop as well. All right, let's see. So we shouldn't have anything in the system. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to main roster. Defenseman, what are we looking like for the NHL? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wallander might make a jump this year. Same with Lackinen. So we'll probably sign 1 or 2 guys in free agency. Guaranteed AHLers. McIsaac 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Tuomisto we can go ahead and grab for the AHL. I'm good with that. Top 4 medium Virgilio. He can stay 1 year in juniors. No, we don't need Matherin. Elite low. Persaud. He can, yeah, him and MacArthur can go ahead and stay in juniors for another year. That's good with me. What about goalies? What do we have here? All right, so we still have Husso. He's at an 87 right now. Still have Nedeljkovic. Hellberg can go ahead and be our AHL starter. That's good with me. Bednar can go ahead and get signed for down there as well. They can trade time. Well, with this B-check, I might want to get him as an AHL backup. We're definitely going to sign Hamhuis. He can get some time down there in the AHL. But B-check, I think we're going to leave 1 more year, see how he can grow, since it shouldn't hurt him too much. He's only 17. We'll probably sign him next year. Cam Hughes can go ahead and be in the AHL with Hellberg and Bednar, just in case like Nedeljkovic or Huso goes down, one of them can come back up, and then Ham Hughes takes that slot. Van Pottelberg, we're going to go ahead and move on from. Suglobov and Hansen, yep, don't have to worry about them. So let's see, all expiring, goalies are taken care of. Defenseman, Matherin, we're going to go ahead and release you. And then all skaters, it looks like we've got everybody we want. All right. Let's go ahead and advance a day. Mulligan rejected. Hellberg rejected. All right, so let's just skip through this. Let's see who rejected and who didn't. Okay, so we got Mulligan and Zarnik both rejected. Let's give him a two-way at 9.5. That still doesn't affect the cap, so I'm good with that. And then Mulligan, yeah, he wants a one-way. No, we're not doing that. Let's check defenseman and goalie. So Hellberg. So he wants a two-way. We'll go ahead and go to 950. We'll try both of those. Advanced day. And they both re-signed. Perfect. Okay. I don't think we have anybody that we're still looking at. Sweet. All right, let's go take a look at those coaches. I don't think we can hire coaches yet. No, we can't. So let's go ahead and go to coaching staff here. All right, so these are the two guys. So theoretically, I'm actually probably going to go grab some better guys for that. So even if I can't get anyone, we're going to go ahead and fire those coaches. E overall doesn't help anybody down there. And we have some goalies we want to grow eventually. So I can't give anyone promotions or like extensions right now either. So, okay. I think we are all set. Let's go to scouts here. And here we go. Go to 0 on the contract. We want to keep our scouts for sure. So let's go ahead and just give them the max. Keep our scouts. Devereaux and Shatan, probably not Satan. Go ahead and get them signed. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Okay. Let's go ahead and advance a day or two, see if we can get them signed. All right, accepted contract renewal, and accepted. All right. So we are just on to free agency now. So let's go ahead and make sure that we know what we need before we hop into that free agency screen. All right, so let's go ahead and just hop into proposed trade here. This will be the easiest way to check for us. We got a lot of cap. We got 30 mil available. Now we do have a 2-year window before we have to re-sign Bedard, so I don't really want to go past that. We could if we needed to, but I don't really want to. It looks like our hefty contracts were on like a 7-8 year to match up with Raymond, Sider, and Larkin. So I'm good with that. Yeah, no real money anywhere else on this team. So we do have some money to work with. I'm assuming Bedard will be looking at probably 9 to 10 mil, maybe 11 when we go to sign him. So I would like to stay away from spending over 20. So realistically, 20 is what I want to stay. That's like my goal. So we're going to have Larkin, Bedard, Raymond as line number 1 again. I think that'll be good. Bedard should jump to a first line forward in the middle of the year. Same with Raymond, potentially to an 86, 87. Maybe a second line center instead of Veleno. That would probably be good. So a second line center to play with Kubalik and Zadina. Third line, we got Veleno, Iafallo, and even Halla would be good for a third line. Then we got Berger and Rasmussen. So we need another fourth liner. So a second line center and a fourth line winger. All right. So let's take a peek here. Hop over to free agents. And let's check and see what's available. So we don't want any RFAs, so we go to UFAs. Austin Matthews is a UFA. They couldn't afford him over in Toronto. I mean, that would push Bedard off the first line center spot, and I don't know if I want to do that. And he wants 6 years as a team, and no, that just doesn't work with our team. Just doesn't work. But Let's go ahead and look for that second line center spot. Someone in here would work. Backlund will probably drop to top 9. I don't want to look at that. Stevenson. I mean, he wants 7 years. I can't do that. What about like Wenberg? I could stomach doing Wenberg. I could move on from him if I need to. So he could probably be that second line center. I mean, Backlund, I could give a 1 year, but if he drops the top 9, then he's really dropping off. Or I could target like Stevenson, give him like 7 mil, get him to sign with us, but he wants 4 years. I don't want to give someone 4 years. Is there a left winger that also plays center as a secondary? Doesn't look like it up here. What about a right winger? Yes, we do have some. Pavelski, Ryan Hartman. That's not a bad option. Ryan Hartman is not a bad option at all. Let's target Ryan Hartman for that second line center spot. I'm good with 3 years. We're going to go at like 4.8. Hopefully we can get him. And then we need... Let's just go forwards. We're already sorted by overall, so let's hop down to that 81-80 area. I don't want to give out too much money. I mean, even someone like Jordan Eberle. Nah, I want some better defensive stats than that. Oscar Lindblom. That's not bad right there. I like the look of that. Yeah, let's go ahead and 3 years at 2. I'm good there. All right, now I know we have some defensemen to grab up. So, realistically, I can put a little bit of money into defense. Especially if it's going to mean that top pairing is covered for a while. Someone like Devon Taves isn't out of the question. He only wants 6.2. I could jump him up to like 7 and still afford that. You know what? We're going to try it. We're going Devon Taves. We're going to try 4 years, but we're going to try at 7. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Devon Taves, 4 years at 7 mil. And then we're going to look for someone in here. We're not going Barry. I don't know why he's asking 10 mil at 85 overall. That's kind of crazy. Someone like Forsling would be nice. I have to compete. So something like 5.5 wouldn't be bad. Let's go ahead and offer him 5.5. I'm good with 4 years as well. He shouldn't lose his top 4 by then. And then maybe someone down in here. Like an Edmondson. Joel Edmondson wouldn't be bad. What else are we looking at? Maybe like a Ilya Lyubushkin. Yeah, that's not bad. I like Lyubushkin's numbers. Yeah, we'll go ahead and offer Lyubushkin as well. We'll go ahead and offer him 2.5. All right, I think that takes care of our roster. Let's go ahead and just look at any other forwards for potential depth. So, see what we're looking at here. Scroll all the way down here. We're looking at potentially like 80, 79 depth players. Like a Nieto? A Nieto wouldn't be bad. No, I like the look of Matt Nieto. Let's go ahead and offer him one. We'll give him like 1.2 for 2 years. And then what about someone like Brett Leeson? No, I don't like the way that looks. Luke Glendening is always good for face-offs and penalty kills. He's a great depth player to have. Yeah, we'll go 1 year on Luke Glendening at 1.6. I'm okay with that. All right, let's advance a couple days, see what we get. All right, so how much contract space do we have? Let's check that. We got contract space. We got 7 roster spots. We got 7 contracts we can sign, so we're good there. So let's go ahead and advance a day. Keep it going for a second. Nothing yet. We got Lyubushkin. We got Nieto. We got Glendening, Forsling, Lindblom. All right, so those bigger ones. We got Devon Taves. We got Ryan Hartman. Okay, a second and a Nylander for a second. Nope, that's just giving up Nylander for free. We're not doing that. Okay, let's see what we're looking at here in contracts. So, we are looking for forwards. We're looking at Larkin, Bedard, Raymond, Hartman, Kubalik, Zadina, Leno, Hall, Iafallo, Berggren. We can even do Berggren, Lindblom, Nieto, use Rasmussen and Soderblom as depth. And Glendening, and yeah, we got good depth. We got good depth here. I'm good with that. All right, so then we're talking about defenseman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with Lindstrom being depth, and with Wallander potentially growing, Lackinen potentially growing, Johansson potentially growing. We definitely got the room here. We're still at 13 mil in cap space. I wonder if there's any top tier goalies. Like maybe we could move Husso right now and actually make a full run this year. That's actually a good potential. Let's see. Let's take a peek here. What kind of goalies are we looking at? Nah, nothing left, nothing left. I mean, we could theoretically grab a loaner backup like Blackwood, who would be better than Nedeljkovic. Do we want to put money into that? I mean, it's 1 year at 1.6. That doesn't hurt. Nah. I think we stick with Nedeljkovic. I think we're good there. Okay. Realistically, I mean, the only other thing I could see would be potentially moving one of our lower 81s or 80s for like a draft pick and grabbing one of these like 83s, 84s. Like a Shillington wouldn't be bad. Yeah, we could grab up a Shillington and move him before Bedard has to be signed, kind of thing. Let's go ahead and offer him 5 for 4 years. I'm good with that. All right, let's see if we can get Shillington. That'll really beef up our defensive core, and then we just trade some players. So let's see what we got here. Advanced A. A third and Zarnik for a third. Nope, we're just giving up Zarnik for free there. See if we can get Shillington. A third and Zarnik for a third. Nope, not doing it. Why are you holding out? Oh, Shillington went to the Blackhawks. All right, let's see. Anybody else? Anybody else we can go for? Get to UFAs here. There are definitely some. We're not going to... I mean, his salary expected definitely went down because no one's offering him contracts at that high of a salary. Let's see, though. I mean, we are talking about older players here, but someone like Tanev wouldn't be bad. Well, I mean, would he, though? No. I mean, he's an upgrade on whoever we have there. Someone like... I mean, bringing back Alec Martinez, he wants too much money for what he's worth. Goligoski's probably going to drop to a top 6. I don't want to do that. Schultz, I mean, he wants 4 years. Justin Schultz. He's a two-way. He's got really good puck skills, so he can play on the power play. Good for second line. Let's see if he'll take 2 years. Let's see if he'll take 2 years at like a 4.3. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the salary really matters. If I can get him on the 2-year deal, I could have even bumped him up to 5 to influence him a little more. Let's see here. Let's advance day. Justin Schultz, let's see. Justin Schultz, roster is full. Second round of Zarnik for a second. Nope, we're not doing that. Okay, realistically, I think because the roster's full and everything, I think we're just gonna run with it the way it is. Yeah, I think we're looking good. We've got that really good first defensive pairing. I think Bedard's gonna get a jump before preseason. Oh, excuse me. I think we're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and get up to the regular season. Now, you know what? Let's just do a due diligence. Let's go ahead and look at potential staff, because we did have... Yeah, we do have that AHL and everything. So let's see what we got here. We're looking at AHL assistant coach. So we had a D minus, so now there's a D. Let's see. So the D at 47 years old. He's got A minus teaching. I don't mind that. There are 3 teams interested, but we'll go ahead and give him we'll give him like 600k. We got the money for it. We got 2 mil budget remaining, so I'm good with that. And then let's go ahead and grab this Bergenheim for goalies. No team's interested. His teaching specialty is goalies. Grab him as a goalie coach for, let's do like 410. Yeah, that works. All right. See if we can get those guys, because we don't want the AHL playing without coaches. We do want them to do well. A 3rd and a 4th in Nylander for a 2nd. Nope. Not doing that. All right. Kling went with another team, so we definitely want to... All right, so we got him as the goalie coach. So let's go ahead and hire staff again. And let's just see. So we need that AHL assistant coach again. We do have some younger guys still. Wait, he said he went with... Ah, I don't know. What about Wagner? Let's see, who's got the highest teaching? A+ is in teaching. Anybody here without a D or an E? Let's see, where's the first C that we find on the coach influence? Oh, B-, B-, right there. Yep, we're going here. AHL assistant coach. Bang. We'll go 500 on you. That's good with me. 504. There we go. We'll get back to us in a few days. Now, before any other actual big coaches get targeted here, let's just take a peek at NHL head coaches. So we're looking at only 2 A-, but if their chemistry with our players is better, 59 team fit, nope. Hutton is 57, nope. 55, nope. 59, nope. 66 is pretty good. 49. 68 is really good. A+ power play as well. Sider, Kubalik, Iafallo. Larkin doesn't really like him though. But Sider, he fits with Sider very well. Nope, I think we're sticking with our coach. I don't like that B. I don't like the B- in offense and a C in defense. If one of these guys in the A- had like a 65 or higher, I definitely would have went with it, but they don't. So we're going to go ahead and leave it the way it is. They're also older, so... I mean, this LeBlanc, he's only 55. Yeah, no, I don't want to Sider in them, so it would be hard to get them to even be pluses at all. All right, we're sticking with our coaching staff for the NHL. So let's go ahead and advance a couple more days, see if we can get that assistant coach. Nothing. Nothing. And he went with a different team. Okay. Let's see here. We need another AHL assistant coach. What are we looking at here? Maybe just Rask, I guess? What about this guy, Bondra? Peter Bondra. Let's go there. We're gonna miss on our 3rd. Hopefully not. Let's see. All right, we got Bondra. Okay. We can go ahead and get to the next season. We'll go ahead and take a look at our lines and we will be right back. All right, we are back. So we made it up here to the preseason. Now we're going to take a look here. So Bedard did jump to an 87. So what I'm looking at here is the way I wanted to set it up would probably be Bedard on that first line center spot. Larkin right there. We're going to do Hartman at the second line center spot. Zadina up here. Kubalik, we can probably move there. Iafallo above Berggren, Rasmussen there. There we go. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's take a look at defense. We got Taves and Sider. Now this combination isn't working. So, who do we have scratched? Let's take a peek. Hall and Edvinson. Yeah, we definitely want Edvinson getting that time. So who do we want to take out? Who fits the worst? So actually neither of them don't fit. So why is that not working? All right, let's try Lindstrom. Get Edvinson in there. See if we can at least take the minus away. There we go. The minus is gone. What about Labushkin? So the minus is still there. And even if we do that, the minus is still there. So Edvinson is definitely still getting top 6 time. So that's okay. Now let's see. So let's go to AHL really quickly. All right, so Wallander only jumped 2 into 79, so he gets 1 more year down here. We're going to go ahead and put him with Lackinen, so that should definitely help there, plus minus. Sabrango can stay down. That's good with me. Let's see, Fisker Molgard. Yeah, he's got some really good X factors, so we definitely want him playing top line time. Maybe with Savan? Yeah, look at that. All right, let's get Casper up there. What does Soderblom look like up there? That's a +2. Let's go ahead and get Casper there. You know, what does this say? He's a depth forward. Soderblom, 4th line. I'm not giving him 4th line, though. Savan, it says depth still. Okay, good. So he can still play there. I'm good with Savan being there. Nylander over... Let's do Fix-Wolansky. Top 6. I do want to get him playing time. Yeah, let's get him up there. I like that. What about potentially... He's got a +2 with Nylander and Zarnik. I don't want to do that, though. All right, no, we're good like that. Let's check defense. Yep, we were already there, so that all looks good. Now Johansson, let's get above Vero. So we're looking at growing Wallander, Lackinen, and Johansson. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's check out the goalie situation. They got Hellberg and Bednar, so let's go ahead and give Bednar the starting spot now that Hellberg dropped even more. He's got AHL starter exact now, so he definitely dropped his potential in age. And Huso and Nedeljkovic, I think that'll be good. Let's go ahead and check out the power play here. We definitely want... Okay, so something here ain't working. No one likes the power play strategy. So here's my thing is I don't know what my player's preferred power play strategy is. How would I know that? There's nothing to check that, so I can't seem to just guarantee it. So Kubalik, yeah, Bedard isn't even here, so we're definitely going to move Kubalik off for Bedard. Let's go ahead and grab Bedard. There we go. All right, that takes it to a 0. I don't know how, though. That's full X factors. And he doesn't even fit the... You know what? That's okay. He shoots right-handed. We're going to put him in the slot for a potential one-timer. Do we have any tape to tapes? We do. It's Taves, but that won't get Bedard the one-timer. This is going to be a weird one to set up. So distributor, I am going to leave on Taves for tape to tape. Finisher, we're going to toss on Bedard, really get him going. And then puck carrier, we're going to toss on Larkin because he's got the very good skating X factors. So we're going to go and toss it there. Actually, do we want Sider being the distributor? I mean, Taves has a tape to tape. Maybe for some reason during the simulation that makes a difference. Okay. So Bedard is on that second line power play, but he was on the defensive side. So we're gonna take him off of there, and we're gonna take most of these guys off of here. So Berggren's coming out for Zadina. So let's go ahead and get, oh, we actually have Eric Halla too to toss in somewhere. All right. Berggren's coming off for Zadina. I have follow. So we have Zadina, Kubalik. So let's go ahead and grab two. We do have Forsling on this. We have Taves and Sider on the other one. Yeah, let's grab Kubalik and toss him here. I'm good with that. Kubalik is a natural right wing, left wing. All right, so let's go ahead and, yeah, let's grab Kubalik, toss him in there. Ryan Hartman is at 70. Iafallo is at 70. Let's go ahead and just toss Hartman there. Now, is there anyone I'm missing? Do I want to toss? I mean, it's a -3, which sucks. We might be able to split them up and get like Hartman on that first line. That might make this first line a minus though. Because I don't want to take Larkin off of it. So yeah, I mean, I think we're sticking with that being a minus. I mean, it sucks. No one fits power play strategy at all. I don't really see many 4-on-3s. Let's go ahead and move. We're going to swap out Raymond for Bedard, I think. Let's go ahead and get Bedard in there. There we go. Okay, that takes it down to a 0. And then Bedard is going to be here. Yeah, we definitely don't want him there. So let's go ahead and put Taves on that second line 4-man. And let's go ahead and put... Instead of him there, we're actually going to put Forsling. Yeah, we're going to put Forsling back there. I don't trust the 4-on-3s as much, so we're going to have an actual defense. We're going to have 2 defensemen in Bedard and Larkin. Okay. Then let's take a look at the penalty kill. Hartman Larkin is good. Vlano Lindblom. I'm good with that. All right, I think we are all good there. So we will go ahead and hop into the regular season here in just a second. We will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So we're here up at the regular season for the 24-25 Detroit Red Wings. Now, I'll go ahead and show you guys the lines that we're going to run for this year. Now, I think I've got it set up the way I want. The only reason I have Berggren at 3rd line instead of 4th line is because the chem, I don't want to hurt them with that. We are putting Larkin at the wing for this year. He is going to play the center position for power plays, for penalty kills. But as far as Bedard goes, he doesn't have a secondary position. It's only center, so I want to make sure he's playing in that right position. And as far as everything else goes, I think we're pretty much ready to go. We got Zadina, Hartman, and Veleno on that second line. We've got Kubalik, Berggren, Iafallo, Nieto, Halla, and Lindblom. As far as defense goes, we did pick up that Devin Taves. We have Moritz Seider, Ilya Labushkin, Gustav Forsling, Simon Edvinsson, and Oli Mata. So we are sticking with that core that we said we wanted to stick with the Edvinsson, Seider. We have Larkin, Raymond here, Zadina, Veleno, Kubalik. We're not moving on from any of those guys. We do want to keep that current core, see if we can win with them. As far as the AHL goes, we got Soderblom still up here. We got Marco Kaspers up at a 78, so hopefully he can go ahead and make a jump next year. That would be really nice. We got Savan, who we got here. This guy we're trying to grow for like a penalty killer. He's going to be a really good penalty killer, especially with these X factors. We got quick pick, ice pack, no contest, and in reversed. So that'll be a really good penalty killer for the future. As far as Fisker Molgard goes, we got ankle breaker, all lone spinorama, and tape to tape. That's a really good power play specialist. So that's what we're doing there. We do have Glendening and Niederbach down here, so filling out our center core pretty well for the AHL. As far as defense goes, let's go ahead and head back here. As far as defense goes, we got Wallander, who jumped up to a 79, Lakinen, who we're trying to grow for NHL time. I think he'll be pretty good next year, probably, for the NHL. We got Johansson, who jumped up to a 77, with McIsaac, who might honestly make a decent jump after this year. He's 24, so he's only got about 2 years left to grow, but if we can get him to like an 80, 81, that's a decent defenseman that we can have at a low cost straight through our system, and that's what I would like to do. And then goalies, we have Bednar and Hellberg. Now, what I will say is we have Bratstrom, who is 27. We could pull him in. And then we also have Hamhuis, who's got starter medium. He's only 19. Now, I don't think we can get him any ice time this year, unfortunately. That might just be something that we had too many contract spaces for, or we signed him to 1 year too soon, but should be okay there. The NHL team looks pretty good. I expect them to be able to perform, especially with this front line. It should be able to score goals. We got some good depth as well. Kubalik being all the way down on the 4th line is pretty good for depth. Now we do have Veleno, who I think is a two-way forward. We got Hartman, who's also a two-way forward. Zadina, who's a sniper. If I could find a good playmaker for them to play with, like I have Halla, but I don't want to toss him on the second line. I think we could use him better all the way down here. And he's got good face-offs. The only reason I don't have him above Berggren is for that chemistry difference. So I think this is what we're going to run with into the start of year number 3. So let's go ahead and we're going to start getting into some simulation. The only thing I wanted to actually check on was just to see what we're looking like with assets, potentially make trades if we need to. What are we looking at for value? So we do have a lot of elite mediums. We have a lot of value here. So not too bad. If we need to move on from some pieces, if we need to do anything like Marco Casper, theoretically, we're going to have a deep center core here in Detroit, probably even Larkin, maybe line 2. It looks like we've got, let's just take a peek at centers. So just off of trade value, we got a lot here. We're looking at Veleno, Bedard, Larkin, Berggren, Halla, Soderblom. Like, we got a lot of depth here. Niederbach, who might eventually even make a jump. That would be nice to see him be able to make a jump. But, I mean, Casper is someone we got. It's a lot of trade value. We theoretically could get a current piece for him. I do want to hold on to him because he's a drafted Red Wing. Let's just take a look at left wings. We got Savan, drafted Red Wing. Sider's got some decent. Fisker Molgaard's got some decent trade value. So someone like Fisker Molgaard is someone we can move on from, since we got Savan, Zadina as probably our top 2 for the next 8-9 years at least. We have right wingers here. Pretty short on right wings. We got Raymond Hartman. Hartman's playing a center position there. Defensemen, we do have Sider, Taves, Lackinen, Edvinsson, Forsling, who do have decent value. Persaud, if I can get him to jump up to like a 65, even like high 60s next year, he might turn into something. But Wallander is going to turn into a decent defenseman. We got Virgilio, who we're going to sign next year. MacArthur. We got McIsaac, who might make a jump. So we definitely do have some assets that we can work with if we need to improve the team this year. Say we wanted to improve that second line, we could drop Zadina down, and let's just check forwards here. So something we could do would be like drop Zadina and or Veleno to the third line. We could trade someone like Iafallo and get an upgrade for him with like Iafallo and say one of those prospects we have. We could do an improvement to this year if we look like we're a playoff team but not quite cutting it. So we do have some moves we can make, but I want to run with the team the way it's set up. I think we got some decent talent here, and we should be able to perform. We got Husso at an 87 in net, I think he still is. Let's go ahead and take a peek. Yeah, we got Husso at 87 and Nedeljkovic at 80. I don't think Bednar is going to grow too much. He's 76 at 22. Theoretically, he could get up to about an 80, 81, but I don't think he will. I've never seen him do that. We got B-Check down. We got Ham Hughes, who could potentially grow. But yeah, someone like B-Check, I expect to grow up to like a 74, 75 by the time he's 19. And then we can get him starting AHL time. We can drop Bednar, Hellberg, all those guys, get B-Check as our starter, have Bratstrom as the backup type of deal. So I think we got everything structured the way we want it. Let's take a look at draft picks. We still have our first round, so we still have every single pick here. And we do have a lot of 7th rounders for 2025. So theoretically, we could also make a move that way, is just by offloading some picks if we actually want to be a playoff team this year. It's just something we'd have to look at down the road. But first things first is we're going to hop into some simulation here. Now, we're not going to get all the way through the season in this video. We're probably going to do a month or two. We're going to assess how things are looking, potentially make some line changes going into the next video, but we're not going to go that far. So theoretically, if I were to judge it off the first month, we have, it looks like 7 games, 14 total points. If we can pull out 10 of them, I think we're going to be a playoff team. And I know that's really early to tell, but if we can pull out 10 out of 14 points, I think we're a playoff team. So it's a 5-2 loss. That's a lot of goals given up. What about Washington here? A 2-1 loss. We'd have to win every game to pull out 10 points. So we got here 4-3 shootout win. But yeah, we're just, I mean, it looks like, I mean, we scored 2, 1, and 0 in 3 of our first 4. 0 again there. No one's scoring. 2 there. And we're looking at, we can just do head coach replace player for Albert Johansson, and a 4-3 loss there. We're 1-6 to start the season. So I think we go ahead. Let's go ahead and get Albert Johansson back on the AHL lineup. I do want to manually edit this because I don't want best lines happening. So Tuomisto, we can go ahead and drop out for Johansson. There we go. This AHL team should also be extremely stacked. I don't see a reason why they would be losing games. Let's just take a peek. We got goalies here. Bednar, he's got 4 wins in 4 games. Hellberg, so it looks like they're 5-1. So good start for the AHL team, but the NHL team is struggling. So let's go see what the reason is. Starting off 1-6 is not good, but I thought we have. It feels like we have the pieces to do it. No one's scoring. So maybe shaking up those top 2 lines would be the best idea. Let's go look and see. Kubalik at 4 points in 7 games is the leader. Everybody's a minus. That is not good. Sider is the only one that's not a minus, but he has no points. Let's see here. So, I mean, Larkin at 3 points. Bedard has 2 goals. That's it. Raymond has 3 assists. That's it. So maybe we can shake up those top 2 lines. You know, I'm just going to take a peek, see what they have for best lines. We can test that out for another 7 games. Let's see what they say the best way that this team will work based on what the game thinks. So let's do head coach preferred, and we'll see what that looks like. So they still got Bedard on the second line. Zadina paired with Larkin and Raymond. Bedard, Hartman, Kubalik, Lindblom, Valeno, Nieto, Berggren, Holla, and Iafallo. Defense, we're looking at Edvinson, Lindstrom, Lyubushkin, Forsling. So that's the exact same pairings that I had. Let's go ahead and take a look at goalie stats. If the save percentage is decent, that means that too many shots are going on net. 898 is really bad. Nedeljkovic at 925, so he's got no goal support at all when he's played, so he's not the issue. 898 is not good enough. So after the next 7 games, we'll take a look at Husso. If he's still not doing it, maybe we do a prospect and Husso for a top tier goalie, potentially from like a non-playoff team, someone who's already struggling just as bad as we are, to try and recover this season. So let's go ahead and let's go another 7. We're 1-6-1, so that's 4, 5, 6. So it'll be after this Washington game. Let's get up to Vegas here. Let's take a peek at what we're doing now. So we got Montreal here, 4-1 loss, still not scoring goals. We get shut out. This is brutal. Connor Bedard is injured. Since we did do best lines, we're just going to do best lines again. 4-0 loss. We just can't score a goal. We have 1 goal in the last 3 games. We got shut out in 6 periods in a row, no less. 3-1 loss. Dylan Larkin's been injured. That's our top 2 centers are gone. That's not good. And then that's when we win a game. All right, so Bedard's going to get first line time here for the Washington game unless Larks comes back. But 2-10-1. So we're 1-4-1 here. This looks like maybe a first overall pick year. Wow, this is bad. I don't know how it's this bad. All right, let's see what's happening. If it's just like this, we might just zoom through this. Devon Taves, I mean. Oof, 8 points in 14 games is our highest point producer. This isn't good. Lucas Raymond jumped up to 8 points, so he was at 3, so he got 5 in the last 7. That's not bad. Larkin only got 2. Bedard got 2 assists. I mean, something's just really not working here. And it's even strength. We got a lot of, and our best is a -2. Gustav Forsling's a -12. This might be an explode. We might just explode the team here. Get to the trade deadline, just explode the team. This is when, yeah, I mean, this is the 3rd year, and we're sitting in a situation where we're not getting any goals. This might be a Larkin. This might be a Larkin goes type of year. This might be everybody that's over 24 goes, and we just fully dive into the rebuild. All right, you know what? Since we're only 12 minutes in here, we're about probably 45 to 50 in. We're just going to keep on going, see if they pull it back to within 500. We're honestly, it's just going to be a best lines type of year. And we're going to go to the trade deadline. We're just going to do that in this video. Kubalik is injured. Just go ahead and best lines it. Larkin, Kubalik is out. Larkin's back in, so we'll get that here. But, I mean, if we're a sub 500 team going to the trade deadline, we're blowing it up. This is, I mean, you can't count on a rebuild for 8 years with a guy that you named as captain. At some point, Detroit fans expect too much or expect more. So if we're sub 500, I'm saying we blow it up. Larkin's gone. We go and get a young stud, and we just dive into the rebuild. We get rid of all old players, and we just really dive into it. Now, we have won, what is that? We've won 4 out of the last 5, 4 out of the last 6 now. So let's see what we got here. We're going up against Boston, a good team. It's another loss. Yeah, I just don't know. This might just be a full blow up. Maybe just Larkin doesn't know how to lead a winning team. We just don't know here, based on EA logic at least. 7-14-2. I mean, that looks like it's close to worst in the NHL, right? That's probably close to worst. The Panthers might be close to us, but 7-2 loss against the Sharks. We got Philly here, a good team. Yeah, I mean, this might just be a trade deadline thing. This might just be a blow up. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I feel like we have the team to make this work, and it's just not working. 9-18-3. Best lines it again. Let's just go check, because I really don't want to stunt Bedard's growth. So let's just go see what he's got going for him, what's cooking. I mean, where are we at? We're 23 points. We're dead last in the NHL right now. This is a blow up. This is an absolute blow up. Let's get young guys to play with Larks. I mean, he's just not doing anything. He just can't get any point production here. Let me get a drink of water really quick. Yeah, I mean, the team's a full minus. Larkin's a -6. I mean, 22 points. Team's coming back a little bit. You know what? What's the record sitting at? Because we did pull it back a little bit. 10-19-3. If we hit 25 losses before we hit 20 wins, so we need to go 10-5. If we hit 25 losses before 20 wins, the team is getting blown up at the beginning of the next video. So let's go ahead and let's get up to it. We're just going to simulate until we're at either 20 wins or 25 losses. Let's see here. Let's just get to the end of this month. One of them will happen by then. Joe Veleno's been injured. We have just NHL on best lines, so 8-0 win against Montreal. All right, we need to go 8-4 here. 8-4 over the next 12. We'll keep Larkin on the team. If not, it's a fire sale. Joe Veleno's back. Let's go ahead and best lines it. 6-4. We'll keep Larkin on the team. 5-4. We'll keep Larkin on the team. 5-3. 5-3 here. 5-2. 4-2. 3-2. He's trying. He hears the rumors coming out that maybe he just doesn't know how to lead a winning team, and he's trying. He's really trying. 2-2. He can only lose one more game before we win 2 more. There's a win. And I'm going to be doing this all season. This isn't okay, if he doesn't win this game, he's gone. And he lost. We're blowing up the team at the beginning of the next video.